I'm done. I'm done. Nope, not happening.
I have goosebumps right now. Like I will not mess with stuff like that.
That's wild.
I'd be all like, after that, I was like, not daydreaming this again.
All right, let's get started here. Welcome back to the Good Friends podcast. My name is Diego.
Building up suspense.
All right.
I'm Derek.
My name is Ed. I'm Benny.
My name is Isaac. Before we get started, please take a second to like and subscribe. Leave a 5-star rating, whatever platform you're on. As always, if we hit 500 subs on YouTube, we're going to give away $100. Almost there. Just need about 40 more. And if we hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, we're going to give away $300. So keep that in mind. Before we get started. We already started. Derek, let's talk a little bit about you for a second. This is your second episode that you've joined us for this podcast.
Successfully blackmailed Diego to put me back on.
Yeah.
Took a lot. He does not have a lot of dirt on him. So.
Let's get it.
You have files on him, right?
I have a file. I was only able to dig up one. He is not ashamed of the things he's done.
Okay. I'm not.
I get it.
I'm very much not ashamed.
Well,
I can approve that message.
I will prove that theory wrong. Just kidding.
You're the one I got to talk to then.
I think maybe we should not keep you guys on like this same podcast.
We'll
maybe you guys should.
We'll talk after.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about ghost stories, but I want to like hop into like a little bit of what you've been up to, Derek. Give us kind of a rundown, a catch up of what you've been up to lately. I know you just got back from a trip.
So I actually just got back from Boston. Honestly, this place we live in now is not worth it anymore. I need to move out. I need to find work out there. And a single bedroom is about $500,000 out there.
Yeah.
That's to buy. So I'm like, I can save up a little bit and just live.
That's worth it.
In one room, and that's it. So
that's so worth it if you ask me.
Honestly, it feels worth it. I know it sounds crazy, but after a week being there, I'm like, you know what? I think I can just move there, pay for just, my house is just one little condo with one room and one bath, and just live a good life.
Tell me about Boston though. Like, why were you out there originally?
I tried. I really tried with this kid. So, okay, let's just go about over. I think he's just going to cut all this off, so we're just going to start it over.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm lost right now.
I'm so confused.
I don't know why people are laughing so hard right now. I guess I don't know.
We're all good friends. That's what it is.
Well, I guess
the Good Friends podcast.
I guess you were like, all right, Boston's that, and then Diego asked you about Boston again.
Diego was literally
you're catching
like,
on.
yeah. So tell me what about Boston. Tell me what you did. It's just so funny, bro.
It's like we're done with Boston. He's like, we're done. Well, how was it?
It's so funny. Okay.
All right. So I was in Boston for about a week because my girlfriend's doing her master's program out there. So we just kind of went out for a bit to get a lay of the land, and we literally visited like 100 different places during the time we were there.
I believe it.
The most amazing place. Beaches are amazing. The food is to die for.
I've heard it's really good out there. I've never been.
What was your favorite food you ate? Glizzy?
No, the Philly. Is it the Philly cheesesteaks that they have, or is that?
That's Philly.
That's Philly, but no, it's one of the surrounding states. So, I'll give it to you.
I knew it was over there somewhere.
Yeah, no. I don't know what my favorite was. I had a bacon ranch chicken pizza, whatever that is. And
okay.
You think like, okay, those are good.
Okay.
It was like $28.
Okay.
For just like almost like a
something you can share. A personal pizza kind of.
Slightly bigger. The second I took a bite, I was like, I should be paying $60.
It's worth it. It was worth it.
This is beyond worth it.
Okay.
I had that. I had Brazilian food. I had a hot dog that was just to die for.
Yeah, you got a glizzy. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. I was thinking when you said that. Not you said the first time.
You got that glizzy.
Anything I tried, everything was amazing. Like if I start thinking about it, I'll just daze off. I'm in my happy place. Anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Disney.
Oh, Disney. I have stories.
He also loves Disney a lot.
You love Disney?
He's a huge Disney fan.
I love Disney.
A handful of times in the last small handful of years.
Yeah, he was there like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
You were there
Yeah.
on the happiest place on earth.
Yep.
I'm trying to get my boo to get me to go, or us to go. Season passes, may I add.
She sure is trying.
I am sorry for your wallet. Yeah. Looked into those. I'm like,
I'm like,
Once a year is fine.
Let's pull out a loan. Let's do it.
Let's pull out a loan.
Pull out
I
a
don't need a
loan.
house.
Oh my
I don't need a car.
I don't care, bro. I don't care anymore. Let's go.
I will say if you go during Halloween or Christmas,
Sucks.
dude,
But
it's
So fun.
okay. Just let go of him and find like someone who loves Disney.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
oh,
No offense, Isaac, you're great.
I don't know.
I'm
No,
just
I get
kidding.
it.
I would never do that.
It's okay. I get it. No, Disney's a great, like you said. No, what you just said though. You said you said once a year is
okay.
good.
That's
and I
valid.
I wonder where
am,
you
Do
were going
not
with
no,
this.
and I am right behind that. I'm cool with once a year at Disney.
Yeah, once a year.
I'm not about to get into discussion.
She thought you were really into Disney because she's like, let's go 5 times a year, and then
You know what?
Yeah,
I will
but-
say if you have the season pass, yes.
yeah,
That's what
obviously,
you
yeah.
have
If we
it,
had the
you
season
have to.
pass,
I went twice in 1 year. It was wonderful.
how many?
Yeah,
How much is? How much is it?
8.
1,000 for the? It's like 1,000 for like the season pass, right?
It's. I mean, it's not that much.
It's not that much. No way.
It's probably a little
More?
less.
Is it more? I feel like it is more. Cause
I think
listen,
it's-
We're about to look it
well,
up.
because listen,
Oh
I'm thinking about like how worth it would end up being.
It would be
for
worth
one
it.
season at least.
If you think about it, if you go like 3 times, you get your money's worth.
3 times,
2 to 3 times going, I think is probably worth it.
but then
We are getting prices.
So if we
right
go
now.
to Halloween, Christmas,
Ooh. 1,600
1,600,
It's not too bad.
1,600.
for
Tickets.
one,
for
So how
one
much-
season pass.
That's crazy.
It's doable.
yeah, you got
Not
it.
easily.
My
but I mean,
my
it's
bank can
doable.
approve me for
Can I guess?
for a loan.
Do I need the new iPhone or do I
Yeah.
need these season
I
passes?
mean, when you put
Yeah.
it that way, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, just pull out $100 out of every paycheck from now till the next year, and you
Next-
should be like either
yeah.
there or
Next
close to.
15 months.
I'm good, dude. Yeah, we can
Next
wait a year.
Hey, see, there you
I don't want to wait. Just pull out the loan right now.
got a dangerous one there, buddy.
I gotta do what I gotta do, dude.
She knows what she wants, and she's going for
10.
it.
I'm pulling out
good.
everything, bro.
Diego, I need a higher salary.
Hey, that Loft 801 budget's hurting right now.
Diego got me.
No, I do got you. Let's see. Let's move on from this
Actually, well, one
Disney
last thing before.
topic. Oh,
This
yeah.
is directly to you.
Oh yes.
Here's how you get the tickets. All right, you convince Diego to get the tickets. He will follow right behind them.
That's true.
Either
I
that, or he'll be like, "I don't have money." And Diego will be like, "I got you,"
Yeah,
and boom, at least one ticket's already paid for. The second
got
one
me,
after,
yeah.
easy.
facts.
You know me.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
This is your ticket to whatever you want.
The ticket
anything,
to
anything.
everything I want.
Anything.
Him
And
the
think about it
boys
this
Diego, you're my
way.
best
You
friend.
get a free vlog out of it, too. A bunch of cool
That's
memories
true.
on video forever that you get to watch
This
and
is
cherish.
true.
Like the LA
proposal
vlog.
will be recorded there for you. You don't have to pay a videographer.
I can't
That's
wait.
true.
A videographer.
No,
Yeah, that's
literally.
He won't be great, but you'll have the video.
You'll have the video.
You see all these cameras in here?
Yeah.
All 5 of them?
He's gonna have them all.
Diego's like the one to like be in a selfie mode when I'm like doing the proposal. Guys, this is my friends in the background. I'm just like, bro.
And he prank you,
On
but he
one
doesn't
knee.
know how to replace the ring with
Yeah.
something else. Just
Oh
wait.
my.
Guys, they don't
pull out
know
a ring pop.
what's about to happen. It's like him pranking us. No, man.
The ring is just a glitter bomb. Second you open,
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine?
Diego hands me the ring, but swaps it with one of his own. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my, that
it's-
better not happen.
It's one of it's like it's would you
I can't make any promises.
shoots the ring at her.
No, it's
Oh.
like it's one of those things that like pop like it's like a it's like a paint, it's like a little paint bomb where you
Yeah.
open it and it
I
ever
would be
seen those?
That would.
not happy with that.
it'd be Diego's
blame
fault.
it
I'm
on
not saying
him.
I would do it.
Okay, this isn't
like, I
happening anymore.
He said I didn't say I would do it. He didn't say I wasn't on board, or that he didn't know about it. He still did it. He just
Hold
didn't do it
on.
himself.
I'm supposed to okay. Yeah, I guess
If
it'd
we
be my
stop and-
fault for not checking the ring, the opening the box a little bit.
If we stop and think about it, I don't think I've done a single prank on any of my YouTube channels.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
why
think
he's
you
gonna
have.
do it.
This
Yeah,
is the
this
perfect
is the
opportunity.
start.
Okay, well, the proposal isn't one for you to.
But it also
Experiment on.
in a way it kind of is. It's kind of like okay, something big's happening. I
Oh,
gotta
it's the
prank
perfect
it.
clickbait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
We're so screwed here with this kid. in
Dude,
your life.
ideas.
Remember,
okay,
you're not
let's
just
move on.
Diego's
you're
a
not just
menace,
marrying
bro.
him. You're marrying the family, and that includes
The
Diego.
family.
His family
This is stressing me
Diego.
out.
We're gonna
So, anyways,
we're
ghost
godfathering
stories
you.
today.
We're godfathering you into like the entire group.
I try to help you move on. They're not good at transitions.
No, I think you just gave him new ideas.
At your
and
wedding,
now-
it's like me sitting like it's like The Godfather.
Yeah,
and people
yeah.
are coming to me for favors. And I'm like, you come to me on the day of my family's wedding.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
don't.
Anyways.
Yeah, no, for real. Let's move on.
Anyways.
We're gonna get a little bit more in theme, which is ghost stories and creepypastas. I do want to bring up that I have this theory about Derek.
He's a vampire.
Did you say
He's a vampire.
So
Okay.
he feels it too.
He's a vamp.
He is a vampire. I actually have like a notebook with notes on a bunch of things that he said and some mannerisms and characteristics about him
Do you have that with you?
that make it suspicious. I do. I should go get it. I'm gonna go
And,
grab
like-
it.
Okay. Wait, you really do?
He really does.
That's kind of
Since
weird.
it's been about a year, he's like, you know what? I'm noticing these patterns.
Well,
I mean, I'll admit he's the first one to notice.
It's his journal.
He writes about me all the time.
all those pages are actually ripped out, just barely. They're gone.
look like
They're missing.
All right, so right here,
It's all,
vampire
it's all,
notes.
it's all redacted anyway.
It's all redacted. Okay, so I wrote, looks youthful, strange glow. He hates the sun. This dude literally actively avoids the sun. Like, if he's in a car driving and the sun's like shining on his arm, he'll drive like this.
Literally, I'll be driving and my arm naturally just curls out. Just moves out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? And you don't get uncomfortable or something?
It's
No.
worth it to him. He hates the sun. I'm pretty sure it burns his skin or something along the lines because he gets irritable when it's
It's
sunny.
very irritable when it's
Yeah, if he's outside and it's sunny, he doesn't like it.
Okay.
Another thing, he likes
Drains
rare
me out.
meat. That's his
You
favorite
do what?
thing. Rare meat when it's like bloody.
I'm not talking like
Oh,
medium rare.
rare.
I'm talking
He's
like
talking like
Oh,
it's
rare.
so
rare.
Like
rare.
we cooked it on the outside a little bit just so it has
Yeah.
that taste.
Just a
On the inside,
little.
he's-
It's blood.
yeah.
Yeah, ain't that crazy, huh?
That's amazing.
Yeah. No, I like mine well done.
Burned, you mean?
Yeah, charred.
That's burned.
No, dude, it's just not cooked enough. Okay, anyways.
No, I
Have to be
agree.
cooked.
According to Derek's ideology.
Yeah,
It's the most delicious that way. You get the whole flavor.
I don't know about that,
Bro,
You haven't tried it
bro,
yet.
bro eats animals straight up.
bro. Yeah, for real. Blood bags
Chupacabra?
missing at the
Yeah.
hospital. It's this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. He's up at all hours of the night.
that
I will
true?
message this guy at like 3 a.m. and he'll respond.
Bro,
How many hours of sleep do you get
What do you mean?
at night?
No, for real.
What are you talking about?
You're joking.
I have
You
sleep?
legit. I average about 4.5 or 5 hours of sleep.
I need
Yeah,
to get to that point.
Usually, I'm trying to work on it, but usually it's.
it's been getting better. Yeah.
Yeah, I could think I got like 5.5 now.
So you have insomnia.
I mean,
Yeah,
kinda.
he probably does.
Okay.
Like I have a hard time falling asleep, so it takes.
I don't want
an
to.
hour.
I'm like laughing, but that's like an actual thing.
It
So
is.
I don't want. I do not want to be like, oh, calling you out for
Usually,
insomnia.
no. Usually, I'm just like awake because I'll go see my girlfriend, and she gets off of work really late. So it's like we'll stay up late, and then I go home, and then I have to work really early.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, I got like 3 hours to fall asleep. So I'm
Yeah.
like, and then it takes me an hour to fall.
You're
asleep.
like, is it worth it at that point? Yeah.
So many times I'm
Okay.
like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Maybe it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I
Gotcha.
know.
Once I get home, I have to like eat something. So it's
Yeah.
like a bowl of cereal, a YouTube
Yeah.
video, just to cause ADHD as well, and then an
Yeah.
hour to fall asleep after. So it's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I gotcha.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty
look
crazy.
at me like you are gonna
That's
die.
some.
No, I need literally 10
That's some.
hours.
That's
or
some
plus.
vamp tendencies.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's see. The other one, he likes getting his blood drawn. So like the reason he
Dude,
likes
it's
it though,
cool.
that's why.
I wouldn't
he
say
loves
it's
the
cool.
visual element of like the blood leaving his
Yeah,
arm.
like when they're pulling my blood, you just see the little vial filling up. Just looks so cool. I know like most guys look at it and they're just like, I'm out. Like I can't see that. I'm like,
No.
that is dope.
So like donating plasma sucks because like that's kind of like what it feels like.
Yeah.
But like no, like I don't
hate
mind it, but I'm not like this is awesome. You know.
The only plasma was cool, except when they put the whatever liquid back in, you
the
feel like you're
weird-
exploding.
Yeah,
on the
dude,
inside.
that's crazy.
That part.
Sus.
That's what I'm saying.
Behavior.
Super sus. Let's see. I think he's got like some sharper canines than normal
see.
people. Give us a smile.
That's true. You could see them.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
let
I'm
me see
I'm
them.
pretty sure like at night he probably
They're
like
a little-
protracts them a little.
Retracts them.
They come
If you're
out
walking in the
more.
dark and like you hear something, I'd just start running if I were you.
He's like, I'm out.
He says he can smell fear.
Is that true?
He runs off Diego a lot. Might just be.
I am a little nervous at work sometimes.
Also, I don't recall saying this.
Oh, I've got quotes from you right here. It says, he told me that I would probably have sweet tasting blood.
I feel like that's taken slightly out of context. But I do recall saying this.
Super out of context, but yes. Let's see. His eyes look yellow in the sun. I don't know if that's like a super big thing.
Who did he say that to?
No. Like, this is my observation of him.
Oh, I thought we were still on quotes.
No. I'll go back to quotes in a second. This was just another observation I wrote.
Your eyes look very yellow to me.
Okay. No, his eyes look yellow.
He must be a vampire. No one else sees yellow in eyes.
That's so funny.
It's like the Sith Lord kind of eyes in the sunlight.
But those aren't they red?
Yeah, they're red. They're like yellow a little bit. Like Anakin's are yellow.
Oh.
And then they turn red.
Okay, but is that like an attribute of vampires? Or
I don't know.
I don't think
that's just more of a creepy kind of thing to me.
I get it. All right, yeah.
Let's see. So this one's actually pretty crazy because I wanted to test my suspicion, so I got some garlic powder.
Oh my god!
And I sprinkled it on his chair and like around his desk. And this dude did not come to work that day.
He somehow just knew.
Yeah.
I remember
this dude did not come to work at all.
Dang.
No way.
A lot of this is like.
Forgot about that.
That's crazy.
Stop it right now. Is it just like a coincidence, or were you just kind of like?
I don't know.
So what's the next one?
Things are adding up too much, huh?
No, seriously. The more you talk, I'm like, the more I'm like, bro.
I think we need to leave now.
I'm like fine with it, you know. I'm like,
yeah, no, for real.
I listen to Playboy Cardi. Like,
okay,
you know,
this one I made up.
Playboy Cardi.
I stand with you, bro.
Yeah, I listen to Playboy Cardi, bro. Like, come on, that's like one of the goats.
Listen to people talk about it. I watched Twilight, my dude.
He's a vamp.
We're friends.
You guys gotta
my
watch
gosh.
his videos, bro. He's actually a vampire too. He used to be best friends.
So crazy. I totally made this one up, but I said that I put a cross under his chair and that he was very irritable the next day. I just wanted to see if like he reacted to it. He's like, "You didn't put a cross under my chair. I would have known."
You know the funny thing is he's like, I made this up. He leads with that and he continues to say very matter of fact that this did happen.
No, for real though.
Spooky.
It is kind of spooky, huh?
Maybe
Okay, talking about the can smell fear, I can see it's coming off.
I'm all like,
what about?
I'm not. I do not have fear.
You're all like,
You're like I don't have fear.
No, this is just weird. It's kind of spooky.
I'll be
all right,
right
I'm gonna
back.
give 3 more quotes that I have from this guy.
Oh my god, dude!
You just catch them and drink the blood.
Who'd you say that to?
I don't remember what the context was on that one, but he said that
What specific
verbally.
context?
You just catch them and eat the blood.
Drink the blood.
Drink the blood.
Drink their blood.
Okay, so the quote was said.
It was said. I don't remember why it was
I
said.
remember.
But yeah, this I feel
I'm
is
like,
very
what?
out of context.
And then I have 2 more out
I'm a
of
little
context
worried now
quotes.
about He's been quoting me
I
now.
would be too.
There's another one right here that says, "I want to see the life flee from their eyes as I sink my teeth into their neck."
Oh my gosh.
You did not say that.
He said that one. I don't remember if it was
You're
jokingly
making
or
this
what.
up, bro.
Maybe he
This
said
sounds
that
a
and then he
little-
looked at me. I can't remember. This is not looking good for you, huh?
I don't feel like I said this one.
No, you definitely said that one. And then here's the last one that you said. And I remember this one because you looked right at me
I'm
afterwards.
really worried at this one.
I'm over here sitting like.
He said, "I haven't had a feeding in a while." I'm pretty sure you were talking about lunch, but you like said it like that on purpose, and then
Yeah.
you looked at me and waited for me to
Yeah,
react. Because
yeah.
I was like
That
at my
was all for the
computer,
reaction.
and as soon as I heard that, I was like, and I like grabbed my notebook and started
You're so
writing.
Bro forgot to eat cereal the night before.
He did.
That's what it was. And watch his YouTube video.
I have very specific routines in my life.
No, for real, that's really what it was. Oh my.
Funny.
Okay, that one was
Thing.
said specifically for Diego.
Okay.
So that one,
That last one was.
Was just
That
to get
was-
his
yeah.
attention. To be
Yeah.
like,
For real.
the one before that, no clue what. I don't remember that quote. I don't remember saying, I just want to watch the life leave. Wait, was it that I said?
I'm actually
from their
I'm actually
eyes.
excited to be in presence of a vampire. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, no, the other thing too, look at his outfit right now. Does he not dress like a vampire?
I feel like you definitely dress like a vampire.
Look at the shoes.
The shoes are those are vampire attire.
These
They are
used
not.
to be my uncle's, actually. You might know him, Dracula.
Oh my gosh.
And the shirt, yeah, I'm
After
with it.
Diego
This guy.
found out, he got this book just to be like, no, I stand with you. Like, I was not against you. I was not one of those people holding pitchforks.
No. We're
Like, he told me, hey, we're doing creepypasta ghost story.
vampire.
I dressed the part.
Vampire is in today's world. They're in.
It is.
You know, the vamp style's in.
You know, they had a store in Salem called Vamps.
Did you go?
I wanted to, but by the time we finished the little tour we were going, it was already closed. I'm like,
That's a sad day. What do you think it was? Do you think it was just like a bunch of like leather jackets and like?
I mean,
what do you call them?
You could see a little into it. It was like
the Matrix. What do you call it? The Matrix, like raincoats.
trench coats?
Yeah. I feel like that would it'd be a story of just that.
And when I looked from a distance, it was just full of like people in like goth outfits.
Yeah,
they looked very depressed, but they were smiling.
But they were like,
that?
oh, I'm
Have you
happy.
ever seen that?
They're like, I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here, but I'm like depressed on the inside out. Yet I'm smiling. It was.
They're in.
It's true.
The look you're giving me right now, that's a look I had looking in. So
Oh my.
Are you okay?
No, I'm okay.
You're like nervous now.
This is.
as the voice is just shaking.
No, I'm very okay.
I feel like if you're scared, like it's gonna be worse for you. You're gonna be fine. Okay. Just don't be
Worse
scared.
for me.
You got it.
He
You got
smells
this.
fear.
I'm not
I love
feared.
it. He's not protecting you. Like, I got you. You're scared. You're screwed.
He's like, you have no
That's-
choice.
That's
like,
how
no
it
chance.
is.
But I think at the end of the day, like I would, I'd protect her and I would die. But it is what it is.
We all get massacred.
It is what it is.
We'll get-
Don't worry. If
This
it
is why we're
happens,
friends.
I'll post
just in
it.
case.
I'll post this.
Little does Derek
Well-
know I'm a werewolf, so we're mortal enemies.
I actually kind of believe that now that you said
Yeah.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah,
You are a
I'm-
Have
very
you ever
hairy
seen Van
guy.
Helsing?
But he's just saying it to get some clout.
Yeah, I am.
Who knows?
Yeah, I am.
She's going home tonight and rethinking her whole
I know,
life.
huh?
It's like, do I need to move states?
Do I need to move? Yeah, for real. Do you want to move, babe?
Yes.
Or Massachusetts, it's in right now.
Yeah, for real. Boston.
That's like where the witches originate from. I'm not moving up there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm out. I'm not going that way.
Okay, enough vampire talk. So let's move on a little bit and let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk about some ghost stories and creepypastas.
Oh my god.
I have a very special guest today, our newsman from 2 weeks ago. Very special guest, Braden Jensen.
My son,
and he's
Braden.
gonna help us out with getting the ball rolling.
Thanks, son.
Has anyone ever heard of the weight of the human soul?
Yes.
It's an experiment that was taking place.
No,
Derek
I haven't.
has.
Only Derek. Of course, Derek.
I think I told Derek earlier, I'm going to be honest. There was an experiment done in like 1901 where a scientist named Duncan McDougall, he did an experiment with 6 patients where he would weigh them before and after they died, trying to figure out the weight of a human soul. After doing the test, there was a lot of issues with it because, you can't have people move because it changes weights. You can't have things, you got to be exact. So he got tuberculosis patients. It was quite controversial at the time because you're doing tests on humans who are about to die. Obviously, it was done in 1901. They don't have quite the same medical and other kinds of technologies we have nowadays. But so he weighed them. He weighed 6 people. 2 of the 6, they could not use the data for other issues. Only 4 of them actually got weighed. And they found about the average between the 4 of their weights is 21 grams, even after accounting for other stuff that happens like air leaving your lungs and stuff like that. Noticing this happening, he believed that dogs did not have souls. So they did the same experiment with dogs and noticed that dogs did not lose that weight after dying.
When your parents said dogs go to heaven, they don't. I'm sorry. Carry on, Braden. Sorry.
Not all dogs go to heaven.
All dogs
Unlike the
go to
Disney
heaven.
movie, not all dogs go to heaven.
This experiment has been used by many different religions and ghost hunters and everything else to explain why, like, physical proof that, ghosts exist because the soul does weigh something. In actuality, this experiment has been discredited because they didn't account for when you die, your body heats up and you sweat a lot, and then that sweat evaporates, and that could be the loss of weight. There's a lot of issues. There's not a big sample size. They used very old scales, and because of the you have to test on people who are about to die, no one's recreated the experiment. No one. They're like, that's pretty whack.
It's not that it's been debunked. You just can't prove it at the moment.
It sounds like we should recreate this experiment and
That's what
find
I
out what
told
the
them.
actual answer
Well,
is.
with today's technology, right? We can do it. We could do anything.
We just need about 30 people that are willing to
But
die
there's
on
a
a
lot of
scale.
people who do believe that. I mean, they don't have any firm answer of what that 21 grams is. Just a lot of guesses.
So scientists out there, future scientists, this is what you got to do. Assuming you can find 31 plus people.
But I just bring that up as an example that ghost studies have happened for thousands of years, probably.
I
At
like
least
that.
100.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Thousands of years later.
Think about it while you're going into your ghost stories.
Yeah, that actually brings up a question here then. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
I don't.
Isaac does not.
I do not.
I definitely do. Not like ghosts, you know, but spirits. I
Yeah,
think.
spirits, like demons.
They're very much real.
I'm on the same page. I believe in spirit. I guess I would believe in ghosts, really. I'm going to consider them the same thing, but I do believe in them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, 3 yeses
Wow,
and 1
look at
no.
that.
Right? Yeah.
Look at that.
Braden, do you believe in ghosts?
I want to desperately. And that's where I believe it.
Why are you
want
so
to.
Stopping you.
Why are you so desperate to believe it?
I want to. There's many things I want to believe are real. And I
What's
will
stopping you
I'll
from believing it,
just
Braden?
say that. I'm just waiting to meet one, say hello, shake hands, you know, the normal. I need that concrete proof.
No, that's very interesting. I feel like, I don't know. I believe we do have souls. I don't know if they weigh anything. I don't know if like it's something we can measure in our metaphysical world, but I do think we have souls.
Well, if they're made of energy, they have to weigh something.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, we can go into the physics.
I'm not a
of it.
scientist.
I'm also on the same page, but I don't know.
Do you think we have souls?
I do. I definitely think we do have souls, but I don't know.
What do you think happens when we die? Where does your soul go?
It stays with us. I think that's what it is. That's the reason why I believe there's no ghosts. Like I don't think our souls go anywhere. I think they just stay with us forever.
So
And-
what if your body disintegrates and it's just gone?
Then it's gone.
The soul just dies with it?
That's what that. Then
What's
that's
the point of the soul then?
That's a good question. What is the point of the soul?
It's a whole new topic.
That is a whole new
Oh
topic.
yeah, I think like a soul is like a living thing, and like as we're alive right now, it's like it's living with us, right? We're kind of like it's our guide. So like what we want to do, what we believe in. I think when we die, it like dies with us, and like that's just the way it goes. I don't think it's like a bad thing or anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's hear from the other side of the couch.
No, for real. No, seriously. There are spirits. We have a spirit and we definitely have an afterlife. And that's why we are so close to, well, the spirits on the other side are very close to us.
I believe so. Question for you. So I know like you watch a lot of horror movies. Do you think if you die a gruesome death that your spirit ends up staying behind?
I mean, I think so. Like, yeah, probably.
Because I mean, there's like places that you and I would probably never venture because it just dark energy.
Yeah,
It's scary.
Yeah. I
Bad
think
spirit.
I guess that is a great question and like a good a good example of like what our souls would do like if you're in a bad place like that.
Yeah.
I think like because like we're like because it's our guide, I would say, but like at the end of the day we control it just like with our bodies like physically.
Mm-hmm.
So if it comes like if we go there, it's gonna follow, like it has to follow.
Okay.
Sort of thing. But yeah, that's what I see, and like that's what I think. Like I said, I don't know if I'm just here, you know. I'm just,
yeah.
I'm just saying what I think. You know, I'm not saying this is for everybody. And
Yeah. Let's all gang up against them.
yeah, go ahead, man.
Three against one.
ready.
Let's go.
We weren't actually doing this? Oh, great point. I
Braden,
like the
be
points.
on my side, bro. Come on, I can't be here by myself.
I'm sorry, bro. I've done the research.
Tyler, the words for I'm not really on your side.
Yeah.
So.
That's okay. It's okay, Braden.
Well,
Derek,
I'll
what do you
go
believe?
ahead and leave you guys with that.
Okay.
All right, bye,
That's
Braden.
perfect. Thank you so
You
much.
guys
Braden.
can simmer on
Have
it.
fun playing video
Think
games.
about it. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Derek. I want to know, what do you think about the soul?
Well, I have been quoting you saying I want to see the life leave from the ride. I think there's a reason those specific words were used. Honestly, it's hard to prove that there's ghosts, but
It is hard.
it's also hard to be able to be like, yeah, there's just no such thing as ghosts. I've never been to the 9/11 memorial, but from everyone else that I've met that has gone, they can very clearly sense that there's something just different.
Dark,
Or just
off.
like
Not necessarily dark,
Just like a
you feel
presence.
the
Gloomy.
heaviness, Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with like Auschwitz, the concentration camp. When people go there,
in Germany.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
they say the same thing. They just feel like heavy.
I think there's something to that.
I guess that's
That
I
makes
guess that's
the-
a good question
I
because
didn't
it's
think
like
about
I
that.
don't know. It could like make you feel such like a type of way because of like that's the exact spot. And like, I guess like you could say it could be like the soul's weighing down on you, but also
be.
like I don't know. I feel like if you're like in that sort of area or something like that happened, like I feel like you're just like automatically down. Like
Yeah,
you're just
'cause,
like,
like,
oh, this is sad. Like,
Subconsciously,
yeah.
you're thinking about it. Whether you,
yeah.
Have you ever been to a place where you feel that without knowing what happened there?
I probably have.
But the thing is, like, you have to know.
I mean, it's possible. I've seen people that are just like, yeah, no, that area just felt weird. And then they come to find out, like, certain things happen there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, that explains it.
What about you? Because you went to the 9/11 thing.
Yeah, and same thing with Diego. Once you visit those places that something historical has happened, you definitely feel different, and it's very heavy. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels different. I definitely believe that their spirits are there with you, 100%.
How much do you think a soul weighs? Going back to
That's a.
what Braden brought up.
Well, I think like looking back at
That's
that,
a good of a
it was
person.
like
You have a heavier soul.
no.
I have
you
the
down.
heaviest
I think
soul.
I don't think a soul weighs anything. I think like all of that is just because of like the human body and what happens like when it's decomposing like during death. I think that's
You
just
want to
what
get
it is.
into the physics of it after the podcast?
I'm on your
We
side
can
on
have
this
a
one.
little-
That's what I think because I think it'd be way too hard to like
I don't think it
speculate
weighs
on
anything.
like if it's a soul or like
I'll
yeah.
ask you something real quick.
That hit
I won't
me.
go too far into this. Do you think electricity has weight?
Oh, also a great
I
question.
would like to say no.
I'm
don't
also
know.
on the same thing. I think it's something that you can't like. Oh man, you could feel it. You just can't like physically grab it. Does that make sense? You can't grab electricity.
So the electric force, which causes particles of the same charge to repel each other, for instance, has no weight as forces don't have mass. Did that like just destroy your argument that you were about to bring up?
No, it changes it a little bit. 'cause
Okay,
it is
okay.
technically a force.
It is a force. It just doesn't weigh anything.
Look up the weight of what's it called, like an atom? I mean, if everything's made out of atoms.
Okay,
You know
so
what?
like if if you
this
want to
can
go
get deeper
that
and
far,
more,
yeah.
So-
if you want to go that far, like
we'll- we'll
the way
move
of like the atoms of the world,
Yeah,
like
so
okay.
if it's made out of energy, it has to at some point be made of matter and atoms, which would mean the soul would
All right.
have some weight.
Technically,
Has
like
some
technically
mass.
speaking,
All
technically
right.
speaking,
I guess
I
that's
got
fair.
you.
Grams might be a
No,
little
I
excessive.
got you.
Okay. Yeah, I can see where
we'll
you're
go
coming from.
That
now
makes
at that
sense. I
point.
get it. I get it.
Who do you think here has the heaviest soul?
That's a good question. What is like what is this?
I like
Yeah,
how you
I
looked
would-
right at him. You went,
Oh, or what have you done?
I don't know. I was just waiting for your response.
Wait, so I'm trying to think is like because it might be like a it might be.
What are we weighing?
How do you measure a soul?
Yeah. I
have
Like
no
based
idea.
on because that's my question.
emotions, memories.
Yeah, because
I have
if
one.
life
'cause-
lived.
You said a great one a second ago. You feel, or no, you said it. You feel those souls weighing you down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're the one who said that, right?
So
Yeah.
who's the most
Maybe
depressed?
So I mean, maybe it's like something that wasn't quite right is weighing you down.
I guess that is. I
So
guess
maybe
I guess
the
that
more
is a
crap you go
question.
to.
There's probably a bunch of things that like contribute into like how much like your soul weighs. I guess, but I don't.
Hypothetically, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I love that it's the two people that are like, yeah, I don't believe souls have weight.
We're the ones having
like,
the
if they were to weigh,
yeah.
this is how they're measured.
But I'm just speculating here because I don't think they. I don't like. I'm kinda
Maybe
just-
age can be in it, right?
Maybe.
The older
Sure.
you get,
the more experience,
the more
and stuff,
experience,
okay.
the more stuff you
heavier
go
your
through.
soul.
Yeah, the more heavier.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Can
just
be
thinking
one.
because of physical size, the soul just grew with them.
Yeah.
Okay, that,
Yeah.
that checks out. That checks out.
Sticking with my vampire theory, I think Derek has the heaviest soul.
I mean, he's got to be
Mine
what?
is the oldest.
I don't have one.
Oh yeah, you sold it.
Dang.
I mean, what?
Oh.
I didn't say that. What? Editor? Oh, wait, you're the editor. Yeah.
I forgot. I was like, yeah, he's the 3,000 years old, like you know,
Yeah,
at
for
least
real,
huh?
Gotta be
he's
heavy.
got to be heavy soul. But yeah, I forget that's like
All right,
That's a
we'll
thing.
keep moving. We'll keep this ball rolling. Ice.
vampires.
Do you have a ghost story? Oh, actually, hold on. I'm sorry.
Silly question.
I'm gonna keep the ball rolling.
Let's keep the
because
ball
we were
rolling.
talking a little bit about ghosts, and I can't quite remember. Oh yeah, we were talking about how sometimes you go to a location and you don't know that there's like something dark that's happened there, but you can feel it, and then you find out after the fact. So I have a story like that I'm gonna share. Not my personal story. This is like secondhand hearsay of some friends of ours. So
The story.
their names are Journey,
Story.
and they have a house.
Hold up. The name's what now?
Sorry, I don't remember everybody's name involved, but I know
name
I know
is
the person.
Journey.
So there's a friend of ours. Her name is Journey, and she lives in a house, and this house has a basement. And unbeknownst to some friends that were staying in that house, they slept in the basement, or I think they went down into the basement to do some laundry, but they saw like a dark figure just sitting there on top of the laundry machine, and it had like a face, and it was like dark, like evil, like scary face, and it just like spooked them. So they went back upstairs, and this all happened like at night. And then the next morning they were talking to Journey, and they're like, "Hey, is there like something wrong with your basement?" And she was like, "Did you see it too?
Oh, no.
Did you see the figure?"
I will move out.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, "No, yeah, we saw the figure." They're like, "What is that? Like, what's going down there?" I personally think that's a demon, but I have no idea. That's just like one example of like,
Why would you still have your laundry machine down there?
no, literally, I bring it upstairs,
Every
man.
time you see it, it's like, yep, I don't care. I'm moving this by hand. I don't care.
I'm boarding the door.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's
Yeah,
what was your question?
No, no question. I was just sharing the story
my
of like
thoughts.
how.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. That is a very interesting story.
Yeah,
And-
because we have a couple of other friends like Dylan, because he's been on one of the episodes before. He's experienced that spirit, that demon. Same with Charity and a couple of other people. They know all about that.
Gotcha.
my.
That's
Kinda scary,
That
huh?
was very, very scary. And
My
Yeah.
grandma used to have
Spooky.
in her house. I don't remember after who had died. I think it might have been my grandpa, or someone else, an uncle or something. That the TV in her room would turn on randomly at night, and it would happen. I think even when I was little, like the room, no one would be in there, and the TV would just turn on into static.
So interesting.
yeah.
I heard when stuff like that happens means that the spirit is trying to communicate with you.
Poltergeist,
There's-
bruh.
Trying to tell me I should watch
Try-
more TV. I should have listened.
Yeah, probably. Or yeah, just wanting you to know that maybe like someone's there or
Someone's
something.
there. I feel
believe
like,
it.
yeah.
I believe it. It
Yeah.
would be in my grandma's bedroom. I think it was after my grandpa died,
Yeah.
and then it just
Oh.
would happen throughout the years. So yeah, there's
Interesting.
that. And he said you could see him walking around at night sometimes.
Oh.
Like every once in a while. It was never a bad thing. It was never like meant to like spook. It was just
Nah,
like,
I'd be
wait,
throwing
is
hands.
something there?
He
I don't
was-
know. If you met my grandpa, you'd be like, oh, you know what? No, he's here.
He's a good guy, bro. He's just chilling. All right.
Yeah, I guess that could
Forgot
be
about that.
a
Something
different
felt
feeling. Yeah.
But, to someone,
Yeah.
to like a normal people, it's scary.
So I used to live in Mexico when I was younger. Lived in Tijuana, and I was 6 years old. And I had a dream where we were going down the stairs of this basement, and we would turn. As soon as you reach the bottom, you just turn. There's a door, and you walk into this like little room, maybe not much bigger than this room. But it was just like concrete floor, concrete walls, unfurnished. And then there's a door at the end. And you open the door, and there's just this black tunnel that goes in. For a little bit of context, when I was 6 years old, in Mexico, we don't have basements. So the idea of a basement doesn't make sense to me. Or at least
I guess that's
at the
true.
time,
Yeah.
because it's not really something you need down there. So this was nothing that I knew about. I just saw it in the dream. Cool, interesting. And then at the end of that hallway, as soon as you go in the tunnel, suddenly we all just run out. Like either we heard something or we saw something, and we just run out. Okay? And I think someone was holding a camera. But then the dream would end, and that was it. Then I moved to my house here in Utah 3 years later. And 3 years after I moved here, I had that exact same dream. But this time, in the camera, we actually looked at the camera after. And in the footage, you see this like green thing. I don't remember the exact details, but something green just quickly pop up like right before we all start running. After I woke up from that dream, I realized that those stairs, that room, and that hallway are in my house.
That's
My.
It's the
What
stairway
the-
going down to my basement, and then right next to that, there's a room that now we furnished. But back then, it was just concrete floor, and
Yeah.
concrete walls, because that extra door that goes into a little corridor, hallway, tunnel.
Yeah.
It's meant as to be a storage.
Yeah, it's cold
Right.
storage.
It's a cold storage. So it's all concrete in that room. And I didn't realize that, so I had the dream again after when I was maybe 10 years old, already living in that house. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is where it happens. And I was like 6 years old, living like, I think it's like 1,000 something miles away from here.
Yeah.
Never been here before. And I had a dream of that part of my house.
That's crazy.
I've not seen that
is-
ghost or anything, but after that, I was a little weary about that room.
That's wild.
I would have been like, Mom, Dad, we gotta go.
Oh,
He goes over here like, I'm scared, I'm leaving. I'm like, well, it's there. If it's not gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
It sure is.
I'm putting up 1,000,000 crosses.
That's
Oh my
that's
gosh.
wild though.
Yeah.
That's wild. It's like a form of like deja vu sort of thing, probably like a manifestation.
Yeah, almost like manifestation, honestly.
I don't know.
Was I trying to manifest at the age of 6?
I guess you were.
Unless
to
you're
like,
saying that's manifesting onto me.
no,
You were predicting
I'm
the
saying,
future.
like, you were
Okay.
like, because somehow you probably knew that you were like gonna move.
Apparently. But that was wild. I have another thing.
That's wild.
Oh, let's hear it.
So
I wonder if it's just like vampiric powers.
I remember there was one time, and this is going to sound kind of silly as well. I was maybe 13 or 14 years old. And you know, you have those dreams like, oh, if I became famous, I got all these things or whatever. And I'm laying in
I
my
have those
room.
dreams all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
That's like, I still dream of that. I'm still going to be famous one day. But I was like 14 or something like that. And it was just pitch black in my room. And I'm just thinking like, okay, well, how could I get famous? You know, all these little things. And like the thought is like, oh, you know what people say? I sell my soul to the devil. So in my mind, I'm just like daydreaming like, oh yeah, devil comes up to me. I sign the piece of paper, whatever. And as I'm doing that, like just daydreaming, nothing serious, not trying to summon anything. I have a mirror across my room that I just see fall and I hear like a crack.
Dude,
And I was like, oh no. I turn on the light. The mirror is standing still. I heard it fall and I saw like the shadow fall of it. And when I turned on the light to figure out what's going on,
I'm
it was
like-
just standing and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Nope, not happening.
I have
wild.
goosebumps right now. Like I will not mess with stuff like that.
That's wild.
I'd be all like,
After that, I was like, not daydreaming this again.
Yeah.
There was something
That's-
there and I don't want to mess with it again.
That's crazy. That is
It was
crazy.
creepy.
That's
if
super
you
scary.
knock on that door and it opens and you go and find it, it'll find you.
It's like that one quote you say when you go knocking at the world's door, the world eventually
you
answers.
start-
Oh
What is
yeah,
it?
it's something like that. Yeah.
It was different than that, but it's like yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That
that
is
quote.
scary. That is scary.
Yeah, dude, I forgot I had these stories up until now.
Yeah,
Dave
no.
was like, hey, we're going to talk creepypastas, like ghost stories. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll start doing some research so I have
Repressed
something to talk
memories.
about. And I'm here, I'm like, oh, there's all these things I've gone through. Wait a minute.
You know that the dream one reminded me of the one that I talked about a while back. The one with like my room.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
like,
that's
the dream.
story
That was a
time.
crazy one.
I mean, I told you.
Yeah.
I told him, but the audience
All
doesn't
right,
know.
guys. I told it
No,
again.
he told the audience.
I told
dude.
the audience.
Well,
Tell
this
it again,
one
just
audience
to-
member
yeah.
didn't watch that episode.
Okay, well,
Many
so
others.
I've had like when I was younger, I had this like same thing. I had like this one recurring dream where it was like it was like my house that I'm in right now and like the room I'm in right now. It's like it's in the basement, and like there's like a little closet across the
Class.
across my room. It's literally like arm's length away.
Alright.
And like it was so weird because like it was like me panning like throughout my entire house. Like I was in the POV of like my entire house. It was pitch black. There was like one light outside. It's like a street light, but it's like super dim. That's all that's on like in the entire house. And then I just hear like screaming, like a girl screaming like in the closet. Yeah, just like I don't know what it was. Like yeah, like kind of just like scared, like being tortured. It was so scary. And like I like couldn't move. I couldn't do
Was
anything.
this in a dream or in real life?
No, this is a dream.
You just made it sound so matter of fact. I'm like,
No,
maybe this
no,
wasn't
I
a
was
dream.
like, it's like if anyone's seen like Enter the Void, like Gaspard Noé movie, it's like that. I was like kind of like just like panning through my entire house. Everything was dark. Everything was like the same,
Yeah,
but it was like pitch black.
That's
Everything,
creepy.
and then just
Were you
screams.
already living there when you had this?
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that is so
You might
weird,
want to
dude.
check that closet every time.
Dude, I
before you
like
go to bed.
I get scared to look in there. I'm like this is especially at night. Oh,
It is scary, dude.
Can't do this.
I'm talking a lot, but I have something that relates relates to that actually.
Dude, let's hear it.
Not a dream.
Spill the tea.
All right, hit me with
So
this.
I was in my room. I think it's midsummer or something like that. I'm laying in my bed trying to fall asleep, and I hear this like little girl from outside in like the distance just help. And I was like, did I imagine this? Is this happening? And help. I'm like, okay, something's going on. I don't know what to do. I hear it third time, help. I get up, I'm like, Dad, I'm hearing something outside. I swear it's a little girl yelling for help. And I'm like freaked out a little bit. I'm an adult at this point, but at that point, you don't feel like an adult. When something creepy's going on, you don't feel like an adult.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, no.
So-
It's so true.
Told my dad, we go outside, and you hear it again, help. You scared, bro?
A little bit. Nah.
And my dad catches, he's like, that's not saying help. I was like, it's not? That's a meow from a cat. But the cat was like, meow.
Okay, I
was like, freaking
no,
cat.
I feel that. No, because dude, there's so many times where like, cause oh my gosh, this happens like to me like pretty often. Cause like I'll come home late, right? Like I'll like, cause you know we'll be hanging out or like we'll be hanging out, and
Yeah.
like I usually get home late. Like it's like past midnight.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like 1 a.m.
Yeah, my
really?
my road or like the street I live on is dead, right?
Mhm.
And like I'm just like walking in the dark, right? Just and like it gets scary out there because like
It
dude,
does.
it's like I don't know, especially like at your place because like her place she has like she lives in like the new
Like suburb.
area. It's like not there isn't people filled, like it's people are still moving in. Like,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of vacant houses, and like if you go outside like in the middle of the night, like it's
Empty.
it's empty. You
Dead.
can't hear anything. You can't hear it. It's like the sound.
She's
Of,
like, now I don't want to leave my house.
it's like the sound of silence, and I'm just like, sometimes I stand there just like in the middle of the street, just like, bro, what the? It's scary.
That's pretty
It's too quiet, right?
yeah.
And then all right, but that's something else. But like I said, back to my house. When I walk into my house, I'll be like just walking in, and like, dude, there's a bunch of neighborhood cats, and like I'll hear like, oh my god, dude, like the same thing. Literally, like my neighbor's cat or like a cat that's just roaming around the neighborhood,
Just
like
scream for help?
yeah, like speaking, like because the meows sometimes sound like actual human beings.
Yeah.
They do.
And like I got freaked out so many times, just like in the middle of the night too, just like what the fuck?
Maybe
You
it's a
know?
skinwalker.
Dude.
It's
honestly,
scary.
Worst part of that
Shapeshifter.
is cats don't meow naturally in the wild. They develop that to talk to humans.
That's crazy.
But other than that, if a cat is not around a human, it doesn't meow. It doesn't have a need to. They literally just develop that to talk to humans for food.
That's crazy.
So the fact that they do that is just like,
Yeah, it's kind of like the
Creepy.
dogs. You know how dogs bark?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
bark at things that you don't see.
nothing. And you're
Yeah.
like,
That's also scary.
That is
That is-
scary.
Start barking at the wall and you're like, what's wrong, buddy? And they're like, "Rah, rah, rah."
Yeah, my dogs do that.
That's
start
scary.
growling.
they start growling
like
at
a
the
low,
Yeah.
like a low growl.
low growl at the class. Like, okay,
Oh.
not leaving my bed tonight.
Yeah, I hate this. Hate it, dude.
True.
Two quick things. You keep, whenever you start saying stories start coming back.
I know.
No, yeah.
I'm like getting ready. I'm like, Isaac, tell a story. And then he's like, I got one, dude.
But
No,
before
it's good, it's good.
Before that, I'll give you a little something to write into your little notebook, Diego, because I also remember this little side thing.
Oh,
Friday the 13th has always been a lucky day for me.
Friday the
All right,
13th.
yeah. All right.
Oof.
Anyways, now we can move on. You
Is
might
today
find
the
this
13th?
useful. No, it's not.
Oh, it's the 18th.
I like how you got scared. You're like, whoa, whoa,
Yo, I
whoa.
was like, I'm not going home alone tonight. I cannot do this. Dude, even talking about this stuff right now is making me like, my hands are sweating right
We
now.
haven't even talked about the goat, like the
No, I know,
more ghost
but
stories and
I-
creepypastas yet.
Okay, I'll move us over to the ghost thing with this. All right, you ready? You guys know the movie Annabelle?
Of course.
Okay. Are you thinking Annabelle or The Conjuring?
Both.
What are they're both.
Aren't
You know
they
how
both?
The Conjuring was the first one that came out, and then they came
Yes.
out with Annabelle,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I went to go see that when it came out because one of my friends at the time, she really wanted to go see that. She loved scary movies, loved The Conjuring. I'm like, sure, let's go see it. So we go to watch the movie, all right? And as we're driving back to her house, it's maybe like 10:30, 11. We start driving back, and there's this little intersection by where she lived that goes into the highway. Right in the middle of like the little grassy area, the little patch where cars come in and out, there is a woman in a full white dress, black hair, just standing there.
Wait,
no one else is around.
Where'd you go watch this movie?
Harmington?
Okay, continue, because I have something to add to that.
So it wasn't just me; she was real. Anyways,
Yeah.
we saw her, and we got to the stoplight. We look over. I'm like, "Do you see that?" She looked over. It's like, "Yeah." And now we're just like, "What do we do?" The light's still red. She ain't moving.
Oh.
As soon as the light goes green, we bolt out of there.
Oh,
We're outside her house for like 20, 30 minutes. Like, what do we do? Should we go back? I'm like,
No.
I don't want to go back. It's like,
Yeah.
please, I want to go back. I'm like,
You go back on your own time.
I'm like, all right, fine. We go. She's gone.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, all right. Dropped her off. And as soon as I was driving back to my house,
Stop.
I'd be
no,
pissed.
it's not quite what you're thinking.
I was like, no.
I would have been so pissed.
No, legit, I was so scared. She's like, if you want to, like, we can probably convince my parents to have you sleep here tonight because that is creepy and that is.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll try to go home. It's fine after we didn't see her. And as soon as I leave her house from the backseat of my car, I can like sense this, like, I don't know how to explain this. This is really.
It's almost like there's like a dark presence in the back seat, and so
It
you're
almost
just
looked
like,
you were like about to throw up.
no,
I'm like,
that's
bro.
that's how you feel, because you feel like there's like
You
like
get
the
you get
creepy tingly on your neck, so
tingle
you're
on
just
your
like,
There
neck.
was this like feeling like there is this black ooze coming out, like forming itself behind me, and I'm just like feeling this intense like fear behind me, and like this, like you said, kind of this darkness. I'm like,
yeah. And if you look
I
in the
don't know
rear
what
view
this
mirror, I swear you can start seeing like black mist, black haze.
I don't even think I was. I don't think I chose to go look in the back mirror, but I could feel it. And dude, scariest drive home I've ever had.
Yeah.
And after that, I don't remember if I've ever watched anything The Conjuring or anything. Actually,
I don't blame you. Here, I'm gonna validate you here because we have two friends. Their names are John and Malachi. And around the same time that movie came out, they told the exact same story where they were driving home from the movies, literally driving home from the movies, and they saw like a lady just dressed in a white gown just standing on the side of the road. And the exact same situation where they pull up to like the stoplight and she's just standing there, and they're like, bro, just go. We don't care if it's red, just go. And they just drove off.
Oh God.
even then, in the midst of a potential like ghost, I'm over here like, but the law says I can't go.
Nah.
Wasn't getting pulled over that night. That's for
No,
sure.
dude, I
might die.
I think what it is, it was just a crazy marketing stunt for Conjuring to send
where
like
we live.
yeah, to send like just send ladies out there dressed in white.
I don't know about that one.
Was it?
Legit
Wait.
though, I did believe that for a little bit. Looking back, I'm like, that would be a great marketing stunt,
Yeah.
or just someone like, well, this movie's coming out today. This
Yeah,
is gonna
it
be
yeah,
fun.
that could be it.
It's
It's like the clowns.
it's the clowns. I was just to bring that up. The clown that happened.
Was it,
2016's
was it in
Clowns?
October
That
when
was a
it came out?
Crazy time.
I can't remember.
I don't remember when it came out.
It
don't
probably
remember.
usually those
Maybe.
movies come out around.
Usually, it was a Friday. I know
take.
that much. It wasn't the
That's
13th because
scary.
unless it was the 13th, I got lucky to not die.
That's wild.
Who
dude.
knows?
I would cry.
I think I got close to it. I think maybe I cried a little bit in the car. Maybe looking back, I probably should at least
Yeah.
a tear.
I
And
would've
I'm
been
like,
praying all
that
night
was-
long.
I'm very much like in those situations, like, dude, people that like are like, on the side of the road in the middle of the night and like need assistance. Like, I don't want to be a bad person, but I am not like stopping.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's too,
for real.
That's
You just
too-
roll down your window. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm scared.
Yeah. I mean, like, bro, yeah, it's scary. Like, you never know. Like, even in the middle of the day, but still, like,
Yeah,
at night,
it's just scarier at night because there's nobody around to like witness anything if something were to happen.
Yeah, I'm out. I
You'd just
can't
be
do that.
snatched.
Can't do that. Peace, bro.
E.
Flooring it.
Have fun driving home tonight, guys.
Oh, for real.
Imagine if I didn't drive home with you.
Drive
today.
together.
No, and we were about to not drive
Yeah.
together, huh? I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I'll just meet you there. But honestly, I'm so glad that he's driving.
At that point, she'd be like,
Like-
Diego, can I just sleep here in this couch?
No, seriously.
Take the bed. I got the couch. Oh,
Well, it's
gosh.
funny because when I read the topic for this week for the podcast, I was like, oh, okay, like ghost stories, creepypastas, I'm going to be prepared for this. So the other night, I had time to search things up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I went on YouTube and I searched up like the scariest creepypastas ever to be made, stuff or things that you can never sleep again. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, this is going to be fine. So I put in my headphones.
Let me guess. The room was dark in the middle of the night.
No, yeah, it was dark. I was going to sleep. It was like right after you left the other night.
Oh, you're wild.
So I start playing it, bro. I could not get past the 5-minute mark with anything, dude. I threw that thing and I was like, dude, I can't. I'm just gonna
For
wing
real.
this podcast, but Anyway, yeah, that's what happened.
Or real.
Oh, those creepypastas at night at like 1 a.m. Oh man,
That's like when I looked them up too.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because the video opened up as 12 a.m. is to be said when the spirits come out and play.
Yeah.
It was literally, I looked up my watch and it was like 11:45 and I was like,
Yeah, legit, I
Nope.
always thought it was 3. All I heard growing up, it's like
Or
3
was it
a.m.
3?
It's the devil's time.
yeah.
Is that
I was
really?
like,
Yeah.
oh
That's
my
crazy.
gosh.
3 a.m. I didn't know they had an actual time for that.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I
thought it was
heard.
2 a.m. Or maybe that's how I met your mother.
Yeah, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. But
Yeah.
3 a.m. is supposed to be the devil's hour.
I feel like
Whatever
after,
that means.
That's right.
yeah,
But
3, yeah, 12, we should all be asleep at that point.
I think
No
that
one should be
by
awake.
10, we should be asleep.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost
All you young
midnight
kids
now.
watching. It's midnight.
Go to
I'm
bed.
just-
I was like,
I just want to
bro,
see like
how
she
long has
reacted.
this been?
I cannot play.
I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Do you have any like scary stories that you want to share?
Are we doing creepypastas or ghost stories? Because I don't. Because
I said we were gonna do creepypastas, but now that I'm looking at the time, yeah, let's do creepypastas.
Okay.
We'll probably do like 2. You do 1, he does 1, and then we'll just hold off. We'll do the ghost stories.
All right, Diego.
You wanna know the truth?
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
guys
prepare
get the
for
ghost
this.
stories. No, okay, let's get it right into it. So
I mean, you can do
with the
ghost stories, too.
creepypastas, did you guys know, going back to Disney a little bit, did you guys know that Disney had an amusement park in the Bahamas on an island?
I did
you
not
guys
know
know
that.
that?
That's
Yeah.
actually pretty sick.
Did you know,
Until you
Derek?
find out what's in it.
Yeah, for real.
So I didn't know, but they spent a lot of pretty penny for this amusement park. It was $30 million that they spent
Wow.
building this amusement park. It was like in the late 1990s and it was not successful. They shut it down, abandoned. Anyway, some guy goes out there and tries to explore this place.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes in there and he says that everything was smashed, just old, ripped everything apart, stuff like that. And so he goes into this room, and this room was called like the mascot room. And it was where they had the costumes for the
all the mascots, like Mickey, Donald,
Mickey,
Duck.
Donald, and everyone like that. And he said they were all over the floor and everything. And until he saw the costume of the Mickey Mouse, and it was in a position where it was a murder victim. Yeah. And so if he was like, oh, that's spooky, so I'm going to take a picture of it. So he takes a picture of it, and while he takes a picture of it, Mickey Mouse literally gets up, comes to life, and tells him, do you want to see me with my head chopped off? And so the guy's like all spooked out. Mickey rips off his head. There's yellow blood oozing out everywhere. Yeah, so scary. He runs out, and on his way out, there's a sign by the door, and it says, abandoned by God.
Spooky.
Oh, wow.
So
You got a fact
spooky.
check on this?
Could you
This was
imagine?
real. I looked it up
Yeah.
on the
It
internet.
sounds like
it was.
Yeah, for real.
It's a creepypasta.
I'd
yeah.
say no, it's not real.
No, it sounds like we got to go to the Bahamas then and find
That's all I'm
this
saying.
Disneyland amusement park. I mean,
just
you're a
go to the
Disney fan.
Bahamas.
I know.
Yeah.
If we get 5,000 likes and 10 million more subscribers so we can afford going to the Bahamas, we will film this.
No, it's like what's that show called? Ghost
Ghost
Adventures?
Hunters. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Zach, and here I am with my 3 friends. It wasn't until this and this happened that I believed in or I don't know. what
Yeah,
it was,
something
but it was
along
so
those
fun.
lines.
It was so his intro was so
That
funny.
guy sucks, bro.
I love that show.
Oh, I used to watch that when I was a teenager. I was like, this is so sick, bro. No.
It was.
No, it's so silly.
That was
Anyway,
a good
yeah.
creepypasta. How do you think
Yeah.
that Mickey died?
I don't know.
How do you think his head got chopped off?
No,
go
like
Goofy
the- like-
was angry?
No, like Mickey popped off and pulled his own head off.
Oh, I thought his head was already chopped off.
No, like he
No, he,
popped
like, got
up and
up.
like ripped his own head off. And then
Oh.
the yellow blood started spraying out from him.
Yeah.
Like straight up, I think Mickey killed everybody. So destroying the place, realized what he did.
That makes
and that was
sense.
his suicide moment.
That
It's a little
makes
dark,
sense.
but it checked out.
Yeah, it does.
He's probably waiting for his next visitor. We should
He
show
really
him.
is.
Or it just happened that day before.
Oh, dude, the idea of an abandoned amusement park though, or like carnival, bro,
Yeah.
scares the living out of me.
Really? I would.
Carnival.
Yeah, no.
See, I'm a
dude.
psychopath in that aspect
I
because
know
I would
you're a
totally go.
psychopath. I know, and I
A
would
carnival,
not.
I
think
do
would
love
be
exploring
scary.
abandoned
Amusement
spots.
Park, I think that'd be so dope. But a carnival, ooh, yeah, you don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
You don't know what happens in
No,
carnivals.
no.
I'll find out for you guys.
Scary.
Yeah, you won't tell us. That.
You won't be able. To
I'm
be alive
live
to
streaming
tell.
the whole thing and then my camera just cuts.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah. I can go with my creepypastas if you want.
Yeah, let's hear one.
Okay, so I have two actually.
Oh,
and
let's
like
do
these
it.
ones turned out to be true. So, or sorry, they're like creepypasta, urban legend sort of thing.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
they're
Let's hear
like
it.
kind of like on the brink of both.
Yeah,
But-
mine was real. Let's see if you can top
I
that
believe
one.
it.
So do you guys know
I'm in a real
do you guys
place.
know like the urban legend of like how like people are afraid of like getting their organs cut out?
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you heard it?
People are
Yeah, we're
scared
like
of that?
maybe like one day they like wake up like in a tub, their
Yeah.
kidney's gone or something.
So
The-
yeah, so that actually happened like in 2008.
Wow.
Some dude in India named Mohammed Salim, he got hired for a new job, and like he went to that job thinking like it was gonna be like a sick job.
yeah.
Ended up getting drugged. The next morning he woke
Oof.
up on a steel table with like his kidneys like gone, like
Yeah, he's like
stitched
stitched.
up. Kidneys are gone. And like literally like he woke up in a daze like what the is this?
Yeah.
And so like blood everywhere because you know that's
Obviously,
how it goes.
yeah.
And yeah, they stole like they stole both of his kidneys. And like yeah, the craziest thing is like the whole idea of like the black market like organ
Yeah.
mark
That
like,
stuff's real.
That's for
Oh my
real.
gosh.
And like it's
Yeah.
actually like very like
Yeah.
it's lucrative. Like it's like
Very
it is,
lucrative.
like
Yeah, because you think about the dark web and you think about how much those go
yeah,
for. They,
so
oh, bro.
and that's like
So much money.
and that's like an actual fear in like anywhere, right? Like just
Mhm.
like getting drugged, waking
Yeah.
up with your organs gone, or not waking up. You know, like
yeah, that's very
The
common.
saddest
Like
part
a
is the families that buy it, because
Yeah.
they're usually to afford that you need to have
a
lot of money.
A lot
You
of
have
money.
to.
So it's like
Yeah.
you kind of have to say like, well, I know that where this is coming from, it's not okay, but I
Yeah.
want my family member to live.
Exactly. So
And living with that
is that wild how that happened?
It's crazy,
that,
huh?
That one guy, dude, that would be the scariest thing.
bro.
So when
yeah,
a job interview says, "Hey, what blood type are you? And what are these things?" You don't answer those questions, or you don't take the job. So not things they need to know.
That's wild. Or like there's all right, and there's the second creepypasta I have is like there's a creepypasta urban legend called Girl in the Shadows. And the idea behind it is like there's like someone living alone like at their place or whatever, and like they start noticing like weird things happening like at their house and like stuff going missing
Mhm.
to eventually
like their faucet doesn't work very well.
to like eventually find out that like somebody has been living with them for like years now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Weren't they
I was gonna
living
go
like
into that one.
in the
in
attic.
the attic or something?
So
wasn't it?
yeah, so the version of this did happen like in real
That's
life.
true, actually.
There's
Huh?
yeah, there's a
There's
couple.
few of the-
Yeah. So like this one was also in 2008. 2008 was a wild year, I
Yeah,
guess.
what the hell?
yeah.
That's when the economy started going down. So I mean, a lot of people are like in survival
So
mode.
2008 happened, right? So this Japanese man was living alone. I think it was in Japan, or it could have been here. I'm not too sure. But the same thing happened. Like he was noticing like stuff going missing and like food like being eaten or whatever. And like he was like, what the f- going on? He thought like at first it was like a rat infestation or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's like kind of how it goes, like whatever. And then like he like ended up setting up cameras, and like you see that like some lady was like coming down and like stealing food, and like apparently she
dude.
like lived in the cupboard, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
Like in the cupboard. Like what? And then like eventually like she would like eat food, even like shower.
Yeah, she came out of
She
like
would,
the
like,
cupboard, like right underneath.
Yeah, she would like
Mhm.
shower
I
at
remember
times.
this.
And
I
then
seen
like
this video.
and then also like a crazy part of that is like when he was rewatching the videos, apparently like it was not that far from like where she was like peeking out from.
Yeah.
Like, it was, like he was probably watching her. She was probably watching him watch the video. Like,
Yeah.
bro. Oh, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's the worst part because you watching like, see what's going on, and you're like,
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
you're like, how do I run out of here fast enough without being spotted?
Yeah. You're just like, oh, this like a phone call. Like I'm out. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Like, the
Hey,
type of
honey.
fear at that point is just like they're right there.
Ugh, yeah. So those were my two for
Those ones are. Oh
those
my
ones
gosh.
became those ones are real.
Yeah, dude. No, imagine like there was somebody in your basement, like in that closet,
Oh.
and they were just living in there, and that's what you were hearing that one
Oh my
night.
god.
Dude, when I was living
Okay, that's
alone,
enough, Diego.
There's a dream.
No.
though, so-
Yeah,
Dude, when I was living
Oh.
alone,
Or, like,
in your
there's stuff
house, the
downstairs,
faucets.
a
No,
big
Diego,
basement,
stop.
I'm
No.
like,
Yeah.
if there's someone down there, I ain't even gonna check right now.
Yeah.
if they want to live here tonight, that's fine. As long as they don't kill me, I'm cool. I'm not checking.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's like the scariest thing because like the intent of this woman was probably just to like survive, right? She just like was like kind of like mooching off of like his food and like showering or whatever. But like it's like that. But still scary.
It's a lot of like sneaking around, like somebody's doing stuff right next to you and you don't even know it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna spook you a little bit right here. Actually, there was one time.
Look behind you. He's just like, babe, he's right.
Me looking back.
I would probably leave right now from this podcast.
Dude,
and I'm dragging him.
Could you
with
imagine
me?
the dedication of like if I had some like hired actor back there?
Oh my god.
I did think about putting something, but I'm like, nah.
That's insane.
I would have cried.
No. I was gonna. Well, maybe this is scarier in a way, but there was a night.
Just turns it on.
No, you were telling me about how one time you came home and the faucet was on. Am I like making this completely up? Because I swear you were like, yeah, like I came home and the faucet was on, but nobody else was home. What if it was the person that's like living in your cupboard?
Okay. Yeah. No. We're done.
She's like, we're done talking?
Yeah, we're done.
I'm gonna add to that one. My brother's friends never lock the doors to their house.
Where do they live? No kidding.
Yeah. We have a friend like that.
I grew up like that too.
Yeah. Lock your doors.
I lock my door.
Well, now I do, and it automatically locks when you leave the house, which is really nice. But yeah, growing up, like our front door was always open, or some door was always open.
Ours used to be that way too.
Yeah. It's just the way it was.
Not anymore.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
I came from Mexico and California. Where you do not leave anything open.
Yeah.
You do not leave anything out in the open.
Yeah.
But his friends would always leave the door open. One girl was home because they had just a bunch of friends that were living there. And she said, I heard the door open and the faucet open and then the door closed. So she went downstairs. The faucet was open, water running, and there was no one there, no one outside. We don't know if some dude just came in. It's like, oh, look, door's open. Let me just open the water and then leave. If she imagined it or if it was just some ghost or someone living in the house.
That's kind of scary.
That just,
just
walked out.
I think I was with you when I walked in and the faucet was on. Or was it you? I was with someone.
You weren't with me.
I think you were with me.
Yeah.
I remember the faucet was on and I was like, great. Now my water bill, like, it's going to be so high. And my roommates weren't even there either. I was like, what the heck is going on?
I think your thing is silly though, because you're
my faucet is kind of weird.
It's like
janky.
the stupid tap one or whatever. Like, oh, that one's. But
silly. Also, you have to open it to be able to get it to that way. It's not like,
No, going back to kind of like that one creepypasta. Like, imagine if we were on a vacation and like, let's say we're in Europe or something, and we're all having like a fun night. Like, we just had some nice, like, amazing pasta, some Italian, some pizza, and like we just don't remember the rest of the night. We just wake up and we're all like in the same bathtub and right here, just right here.
The podcast friend with benefits definitely lived up to its name.
Yeah, no, because that's a possibility. Stuff like that happens.
It's definitely one of those scares that.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of that story of that guy that goes up to his cabin up in the woods and he starts hearing all these knocks all around the house and he tries to follow the knocks where he's hearing it from. And so at this point he's video recording himself trying to figure out where all these knocks are coming from. If you look back at his videos, because they're online, while he's video recording, okay, hey, like there's one over here. You can see in the background someone in the house trying
running
to hide.
Around,
yeah,
knocking?
running around. No, but get this. So there's two people. There's one person outside of the house.
It's a movie.
There's one person outside of the house making noises, but also one person inside the house trying to distract one or the. I don't know how the story went, but basically it's a two-person job, basically trying to distract the person inside. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But super creepy because if you see the videos, you can definitely see
that individual just running around,
and he's like, "Do you guys hear this? Like when I go over here, it comes. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So
we have to go look it up.
Distracting him to steal stuff or something, or
something like that. I can't remember.
They were faking it.
No, they weren't faking it. No, this guy was like genuinely. He was alone, and I think it was his parents' cabin or something, and he was recording. He's like, "Do you guys hear?"
I would never.
Yeah, for real.
He couldn't figure out where those knocks were coming from, and so every time he would get near to the knock or the area, you can see in the background that this guy is running around also trying to steal. I don't know, trying to do something, but two people doing it out in the woods in the cabin.
That just reminds me of like a fear that I have. It has really nothing to do with anything, but like the fear of like being an only like person with like a huge amount of space.
Oh, that would
like
suck.
A mansion?
Like a mansion. Like if you live by yourself, like in a mansion, or like even like a 3-4 bedroom house.
That
like,
would
by
suck
yourself.
too.
Like,
Yeah.
No, like there's so much that you can't see.
It's definitely
like when you're
creepy.
Yeah, I was gonna
I've
say-
had that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've had that quite a bit, and I'm just like, there could be someone downstairs. I wouldn't know.
You
I
would
ain't
not
even gonna
know.
check. I'm just gonna sleep in my room.
Exactly.
And just if I wake up tomorrow, sweet.
Yeah.
I don't, I lived a good life.
Exactly.
I lock
But
my
it's a little
bedroom door.
creepy.
On that note,
Making noise feels weird.
Yeah.
It's like, should I be
it
making
does.
noise?
Yeah, because you don't want to make any noise. I was telling you about this. I think my parents went on a cruise. Like my entire family went on a cruise.
Yeah.
So everybody was gone. And I don't normally like sleep in my own bed. I normally sleep on the couch just because I think it's like a little less comfy, which I like. Because if my bed's too comfy, I'm going to have a harder time getting up in the morning. And so I would rather put myself through some sort of punishment to get up early and not struggle.
Gain the dedication and wake up.
For real. But there was one night when my parents were gone, like everybody was gone, and I'm getting ready to like fall asleep. It's like 11:30 or so. They have a Roomba upstairs that activates and it starts like going around, but I didn't know it was the Roomba. I just heard like movement upstairs. And I'm like,
Roomba? Wait, what is that?
The robot vacuums.
Oh,
It's like the thing I have out here.
rich people stuff.
Rich
guess.
people. Nah.
Let me tell the story, Diego. Start with, I heard stuff moving upstairs.
No, seriously.
And then tell us what it was. Build up the suspense.
Dude, the crazy thing is like I hear that like 11:30 at night. I just hear the movement up there. I don't know what it is. I'm a psychopath. I probably would have been the first one to die, dude. I immediately ran up the stairs full force, ready to swing. I had my water. Dude, I had my water with me and I was ready to destroy whoever was up there.
Oh my.
I'm going to be straight with you. In a situation like that, that is what you should do.
I mean,
I was
Because
ready to
someone's
kill them.
sneaking through your house. The moment they hear something, they're going to start running. If you're going all sneaky and then they catch you, they're going to freak out and like probably attack. But if you start making some noise beforehand,
I guess-
it's like someone's coming. I
Yeah.
need a bolt.
I guess it is like, yeah, it's definitely like it could go either way. Like you just
Yeah,
said,
it's
like,
a hit or miss. You might catch him off guard or you might be getting shot.
You might get messed up. Like, I don't know. It's
I mean, if you were going to die, I think they would have started trying to kill you.
I guess that's
Most
fair.
people will not come to rob you with a gun with the intent to kill.
No,
They'll
it's
be like,
true.
Well, I'm just going to sneak in real quick and get out.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll have a
dip.
knife as a safety. Mm-hmm. But if they're coming in with a gun, you were already going to die and you should have already been dead.
You know,
Funny, I was telling him afterwards, I was like, that the rest of the night, I was not like, I just was not sleeping. I was on high alert. I was like, bro, I was like running around the house, like, come out and face me. Like screaming at like the closets. I was telling him like, there was like one point where I just like stood in the bathroom and I just waited.
yeah.
I was like
Oh
waiting
my
in the dark with all the
gosh.
lights off.
The clothes in your closet when you were yelling would just wake up like, what is he yelling about tonight?
That's one of the. I feel like that would be me too. I feel like I don't know. Let's say in a situation like that, really depends. I feel like I would kind of do the same thing, just like
Yeah.
hide in the shadows with them. And then
But
just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hide in the shadows with him.
I am the
They won't
shadows.
kill you, right?
You know, I wish
They're
I
like,
could
cool,
say.
he's already here.
I am the shadows.
I am the shadows.
No, I wish I could say that I, would be like, come out and face me, but in all honesty, I had an incident happen a couple months ago, probably 6 months ago, where I almost probably got kidnapped. Well, no, I did almost get
You
kidnapped.
did almost get kidnapped. No,
I
that's a real
did.
story. Yeah.
And it was the scariest thing of my life. And yeah, no, you know how they say fight or flight? Yeah, I definitely did not fight. I had,
No, that's a good thing to fly. Like, yeah, definitely
guess
take flight, run.
I think I did. Well, yeah, I did run and stuff, but I was very much, I was weak. I'm gonna.
No,
admit
that's
it.
not weak at all. That's a
There's three
valid
options.
response.
Yeah.
There's fight, flight, or freeze. You
Yeah, I
could have been
guess so.
frozen in place. So that
That sucks.
flight is
Yes, I
usually
flew.
the best.
It is.
It's what the body wants to go to first. Fight is a secondary. Fight is I can't fly, like run.
Yeah.
So then I'm a fight.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Okay.
that only
I
happens,
take
like-
it back.
If you don't have the ability to run, fight, and then yeah.
Dude, look at most animals out in the wild. Even cheetahs, when they see something and kill them, they're like, I'm on bounce.
Bounce,
For
yeah,
real.
you're
I
run.
don't know if you've seen, like, if a cheetah goes and like kills its prey, and then hyenas come in, the cheetah will just be like, I'm out. I'm not going to
done.
fight you right now.
Yeah.
You can have the food. I'm just going to leave instead.
Yeah, true.
So,
Yeah.
And that's a cheetah. That's like something that's a killer, and that thing is fast.
Killer.
There's
Yeah.
other reasons, but I won't go super deep. That's,
No,
Yeah.
on a real note,
facts
human
for days.
trafficking is real, so stay safe out there.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, stay safe out there. On a lighter note, though, I'll end us off with
dude, go
a silly, a silly creepypasta. Have you guys ever heard of Sonic.exe?
I have actually.
Yeah. It's such a silly little one.
It's so silly.
Basically, obviously, everybody knows Sonic, video game character, blue hedgehog, runs super fast. But
I think we watched that movie the other day.
you did Sonic 1 and 2. But yeah, exactly.
Invite.
No
I
invite
did
for
not
Derek.
watch it.
There's this little creepy pasta about it where it's like an SCP is also what it is too. But essentially there's like a corrupted version of this video game like Sonic, and as soon as you plug it in, like you can play it for a little bit, but then it'll start to glitch out on you. And basically what happens is Sonic comes to life, but he's not like a real like good guy hero like savior Sonic like he is in the movies, cartoons, whatever. He's a menace. He's a villain.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, basically what he does is he will chase you down until he kills you and takes your soul.
It's true.
Right,
In
let-
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick. Why are we assuming that Sonic's a good guy? Let's be real here. Let's be real here for just a quick second. There is one human left in the world of Sonic, as far as we know, and that's Dr. Eggman. He's the only human left, and Sonic is going around chasing him at the speed of light to try to kill him.
Huh.
This dude is making robots to protect himself because he doesn't come after us. You, as the player Sonic, you're chasing after him, and you're going to try to kill him. Maybe
You're
Sonic
not
was
wrong.
never a good guy at all, and Dr. Robotnik is just making these robots to protect himself. All those robots that are trying to kill Sonic are just safety. So, like, if these things can take him out, I get to live, and he's just protecting himself.
That's actually a good theory. I like that theory.
It's a good point.
Game theory, if you're watching this, please, Matt Pat, I would love it.
Feature us.
Or at least just me, that's fine.
No, that's a good thought. Yeah, I never thought about it that way, but I don't know. That was just like a silly little one where like there's like a bunch of like stories, like SCP stories about like individuals that like I think the first guy documented was a guy named Tom who like played the game and then bro got messed up.
Yeah.
Dude, this
Bro
straight
ran
up
for-
sounds like you just looked up creepypastas on YouTube or in the internet or YouTube right before starting the podcast.
I might have.
and just picked the first one.
No, yeah, I
did.
might have. It's almost like it's like right here.
I
Let me show you the picture of him.
Yeah.
Oh
look
my
at 'em.
gosh.
He's
I
got like the
legit
red
get here.
glowing eye.
Yeah,
I legit
that's
get
scary.
here. He sets up the camera. He's like, okay, and now I need to look up a creepypasta real quick.
You're so funny.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was a fun, well, maybe not so fun. That was a spooky kind of,
You need to add effects to this. Just,
it's so much work to add the effects. I might add a
Just do
couple
it.
here and there. But no, that was a fun little conversation that we had here about it. Yeah, it's
It's like moving a little.
I actually don't like that. It's kind of scary.
Image.
Hold on. Let me turn that off. Let me close this page.
The
It's
Sonic
like
is
my
just
laptop just started
glowing.
like
No, that's what I'm saying. Like your
That's
laptop
actually-
is
yeah,
gonna
that's
become corrupted. It's like a
The
virus.
game
all
already
those.
started.
Oh, okay. Anyways, now that I'm spooked, that was a fun spooky conversation that we had about
was
ghost stories,
creepy.
the weight of the human soul from Braden, and some creepy pastas. I appreciate
all
you guys
of Derek's
reading
scary
some stuff
stories and how he's a vampire.
up. No,
I have
literally.
more. You guys want to see more of me on this podcast? Leave it down in the comments below. Give it a like. Start bugging Diego and bring me back in.
Yeah, if I see more than one comment, I will consider bringing him back.
Sweet.
He's gonna leave like 15 of them.
I'm like, I have 2 YouTube accounts done.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna make like 20.
yeah. We'll
Me and Isaac wanting me back all the time.
like do not have the vampire. He's cursed. Don't bring him back.
Yeah.
Also, comment nuke the stash on every one of his videos for me, please. Thank
Oh yeah. I was telling him about how
That's your petition you started?
that's his
No, I want
petition.
to. Yeah. Oh wait, actually about red.
I don't know if that was actually a petition or not, but yeah, I was telling because I told him about how there was a short that I posted on Instagram about like we were just joking about like nuclear war, and like it got so political in the comments where everybody was coming. Yeah, everybody was getting heated. Like, you guys don't know anything about like what would actually happen in a world war. Like, you guys are so dumb. And then like my favorite comment that I read was so funny. It was like, you should nuke that dumb stash off your face.
I read that. I died. I'm like, whoever this man is, he just was a Grammy, a few $1,000 and candy bar.
But I mean, was it directed? Because we both had a mustache at the time.
So did Dylan, though. Dylan was on
Dylan
that.
had the mustache. So
it could have been any of us.
Look at everyone's faces. It's obviously Diego. It's Diego they were going for.
That's hilarious.
No, I love the comments. Keep the comments coming. They're so funny. Like, we laugh and giggle about them over here.
If you guys comment Nuke the Stash enough, we will make merch for this.
I really
you can
will.
buy your own Nuke the Stash t-shirts.
Nuke the stash.
I really will.
I already have designs made for it. So the second you guys make enough, I'll give it to Diego and he'll start making shirts for you guys.
Oh, so silly. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Good Friends podcast. We will be doing a part 2 at some point on some more ghost stories and creepypastas, because we have some friends with some very, very creepy stories, and we would like to have you listen to them. But again, thank you so much for listening. Before we wrap up, don't forget to leave a like, hit subscribe, whatever platform you're on. If we hit 1,000, hold on, yeah. If we hit 3, oh my gosh.
If we hit 2 comments with my name, I come back. Don't worry, I made it easier for you.
Exactly, thank you. If we hit 500 subs, we will be giving away $100. We just need about 40 more subs. And then if we hit 1,000 subs, we'll give away $300. So keep that in mind. You're going to want to stick by us. Stay tuned. Anyways, my name is Diego.
I'm Derek.
I'm Erandeni.
Isaac. We'll see you next time. One love.